Hi guys, back with another video for you today. I'm talking about two exclusive fragrances from the house of Maison Crivelli. A brand new one that just launched. It's Oud Maracuja. This one is selling currently at Selfridges exclusively. I believe it's going to get a worldwide debut several months down the line. But another one that I've been talking about on the channel for quite some time now, it's Ingredients 072012 or 072012. This is a fragrance I brought with me here on this trip, and I've been wearing it and getting compliments like there's no other. People have said it smells great. It's a great smelling fragrance and things like that. And I've actually featured it in a molecular fragrances video in the past, which I don't think it is, but it kind of acts like it to me. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you about Oud Maracuja and also Ingredients 072012. If you're curious to learn about these two fragrances, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yesterday we're talking about two Maison Crivelli fragrances, exclusive fragrances, and I think Oud Maracuja, which is exclusively selling at Selfridges now, will no longer, will be exclusive for a while, but won't be exclusive for all of its lifetime. But Ingredients 072012 is launched as an exclusive fragrance for the Ingredients store in Prague, so it's the only place you can go buy it physically, or you can order it from the Maison Crivelli website, because they do ship worldwide and you can buy it actually. So let's talk about Oud Maracuja first. This is a brand new launch. It's a fragrance created by Jordi Fernandez. It's in the Extracts collection in the smaller bottles, the 50 ml bottles, and this particular bottle is blue. It's a dark navy-ish blue, and it's not red like the other fragrances created by Quinton Biche, which includes Hibiscus Mahajad, Patchouli Magnetic, and Ambre Chromatique. So out of those three, I really love Patchouli Magnetic, and now we've got these two fragrances competing with Patchouli Magnetic as well. So this is a Jordi Fernandez created fragrance. It's a 50 ml for 220 pounds. Since it is selling at Selfridges, that's the price I have for it right now. It's Extrait de Parfum concentration. It features notes of passion fruit, Ebelia, saffron, Turkish rose, Indonesian patchouli, benzoin, leather, amber, vanilla, Labdanum, and Akigalawood. So Jordi Fernandez is a Givaudan perfumer, so obvious that they would use Akigalawood, or he would use Akigalawood in the notes. And it's a note that's kind of sort of like a cleaned up patchouli. From what I've read, it has patchouli, nuances or qualities. But this is totally different than Ambre Chromatique, totally different than Hibiscus Mahajad, although I should say it does remind me a little bit of Hibiscus Mahajad, because the fruitiness in this kind of reminds me of the fruitiness in Hibiscus Mahajad, but they're both different perfumers that created it, and also it's very different than Patchouli Magnetic. So Patchouli Magnetic still remains to be my favorite fragrance in this smaller bottle collection of extracts, but Oud Maracuja and also Ingredients 072012 are really close to being up there with my favorites. I haven't been a big favorite of the Hibiscus Mahajad or the Ambre Chromatique, but I'm really digging the oudiness and the fruitiness of Oud Maracuja with that light reminder of Hibiscus Mahajad. So there's lots of passion fruit here and rose, so it's a rosy, fruity composition, and also leathery and earthy woody, and then of course oudi, because it's got the oud in here. There's definitely ambery touches, and this one actually there's a syrupy quality that I like about this oud rose fruitiness that I haven't experienced in some other fragrances, so I like what's going on here. It smells great. It does have that light reminder of the Hibiscus Mahajad, which is not, because this one has lots of oud and saffron and leather, so it's a very complex and intense fragrance, and I think this one's going to be very popular for the brand, and also for people that like this kind of fragrance. It's very long lasting, it's intense, and it's Extrait de Parfum, obviously, so it's got a thickness about it. But for me, I still feel Patchouli Magnetic is even longer lasting and a room filler in comparison to this one. There's something about Patchouli Magnetic that's very, very overwhelming, really, really intense. spray it in a room and it'll stay there forever. This one doesn't act as intense as that one, but still with its Extrait de Parfum concentration, it acts very, very long lasting, and it performs really beastly as well. It's just, there's just something about Patchouli Magnetic which has that clinging power, and it doesn't leave you for hours and hours and hours and hours. But still, I feel like this is a really solid release, and I think if I was to rank the collection, this Oud Maracuja would be number 3. So it would be my number 1 favorite is Patchouli Magnetic. Ingredients 072012 would be number 2, and Oud Maracuja would be number 3. Hibiscus Mahajad would be my number 4, and then Ambre Chromatique would be number 5. So that's the list of the fragrances in the Extrait de Parfum concentration collection, or the extracts collection, and I think this one's going to be a pretty popular fragrance. Do check it out, and I think if you guys are in the States, you're probably not going to have a chance to sample this unless you place an order blind off of Selfridges, where it's exclusive right now. But down the line, within several months, you should be able to smell this in a store, or, you know, find a sample somewhere and get a bottle if you like it. But I think this is definitely crowd pleasing. It's not a stinky, funky oud. It definitely has you know, qualities of other fragrances that you might have smelled before, but not with this particular combination of notes. So this is Oud Maracuja. I recommend this one for sure. Let's move on to the ingredients 072012, which I'm obsessed with. Really, really love this one. I like this one, but again, it's not Patchouli Magnetic. It doesn't have those beefy qualities, really intense room filler qualities. This one does act more like a molecular fragrance. And the other thing with this one is they do not release the notes. They've made this fragrance like this in conjunction with the ingredients store in Prague in the Czech Republic. So it's exclusively made for that store, and it's called 072012, and I believe that date is when that store was opened, and so they were doing a 10-year anniversary release just for that store. But as I said, you can buy this off of the Maison Crivelli website. I have a link in the info box. Check it out. I highly, highly recommend it. It's more of a personal scent, but still has great lingering power. I've been spraying it on my hair, and when you're wafting around, because I have product in my hair, I have pomade, so it kind of clings on there, and I think, man, it smells really, really fantastic. So it's 50 ml for 215 euros off of the Maison Crivelli website. No notes published, as I said. It is Extrait de Parfum concentration. So what do I get from this fragrance? First of all, I get lots of saffron. That is one standout note. Saffron, spicy, and also leathery is what I get with this, which I quite like. There's something sexy about this leather. It's not animalic, but really, really sexy. Leather, kind of a softer leather, maybe a bit more like fabric, but something leathery is there, which I quite like. I get some fruits in here, some sweetness and things like that, which I quite like in combination with the saffron and the leathery touches. But, you know, there's woods here, there's ambery qualities. I think it settles to an ambery base with the woods. Maybe there's even some amber and, of course, some vanilla in this as well. But for me, it's the saffron, or whatever saffron-like note that's in here. That's really, really the winning, you know, note that does it for me. It's not overwhelming. It's not a room filler. As I said, it's a bit more personal, and it acts a bit more molecular. Like if you're into the idea of something like Another 13 and you know, fragrances like that, you're probably gonna like this. It's a little more substantial than fragrances like that, but it acts kind of molecular because it has this kind of muskiness about it that I really, really like. Really, really highly recommend this one. I don't know what it is about this one. It just does it for me, and I like the way it smells off of me, and especially when I put it on my hair and I'm walking around and I could smell that smell. It's fantastic. And the other thing I like about this one is I layer it with some other molecular fragrances that are a lot thinner and muskier, so it kind of boosts it up, even makes for a more unique, fantastic fragrance. On its own, it's really wonderful. I really, really love it. And I can't say enough about how great this is. I think you guys should definitely get your nose on it. Try and see if you can get a sample somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know if you can buy a sample off of the Maison Crivelli website or not. Blind buys are a bit challenging. I don't know if you guys trust my nose. I'm sure you do if you're watching this. But I really recommend this one. If you like leathery fragrances, a bit more molecular, if you like woods, saffron, light fruits and amber, I think this is a winner. Really great. But if you are also visiting Czech Republic and Prague, you can always go sample it there as well, because they are selling it at that store called Ingredients. These are great fragrances, and as I said, Patchouli Magnetic is still my #1 favorite, but #2 is Ingredients 072012, and Oud Maracuja is #3. Both really wonderful releases. I highly recommend. You should definitely check out from the house of Maison Crivelli. And do let me know if you've sampled it, because Oud Maracuja just launched its Selfridges. So those of you that are in the UK, have you sampled it? Have you gotten your nose on it? One thing I should also say, this, as I think I said it, it does remind me of other fragrances, but not in this particular formula or the way it's done, because there's lots of oud fragrances out there. There's definitely fruity, rose oud, kind of leathery saffron fragrances. So it might remind you of things, but this particular way it's done here, I do quite like and enjoy, and I like its intensity as well. But anyway, those are my thoughts on Oud Maracuja. And also Ingredients 072012 from the house of Maison Crivelli. Do let me know if you've sampled them. Do let me know if these sound great for you to sample, and also what your thoughts are if you have sampled them. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. And I should also say, if I haven't mentioned it already, this is one of the rooms in the NH Hotel Milano touring, and they actually allowed me to shoot in this beautiful room. It's kind of like I guess it's like a little conference room right next to the the check-in and the concierge and things like that. It's got a beautiful fireplace and a great table. And yeah, I had a great time shooting this video here. So if you guys ever visit Milan, I highly recommend you staying here at this hotel, because it is so central. It's probably like 10-15 minutes walking to the train station. It's also 10-15 minutes walking to the Duomo. So you've got all the shopping there and everything like that. So I think it's a very central location. The only thing it's not central with is Aix-en-Provence, where it takes place so far away. But I don't want to stay near where Aix-en-Provence takes place. I want to stay here where I can walk to places that I want to go to. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye-bye.